What's up, y'all? This is MGTV Reactions, and tonight we are going to be reacting on my Jazzy Life and Olivia. Okay, you guys, so you already know what I'm about to say. First things first, when you guys enter the live stream, can everybody please go and hit that like button for me, okay? Comment your thoughts down below because you know I love to hear what y'all have to say, all right? And also, hit that subscribe button too if you have not done so already, okay? And the other thing I'm going to say is hello to everybody that is currently in the live stream. Hey, Mocha Madness. And hello to everybody that is currently watching in the bushes. All right. Now, first things first, we're going to start off with my Jazzy Life. So I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen. So as you all know, Jasmine's children are currently on a trip in Florida with Philip and Hannah. All right. Jasmine has used the footage that Hannah and I guess Philip has recorded during the trip. She has used it and she has made vlogs out of it for Vlogmas. Now, I'm going to give my opinion about that first. um, just because I'll just say this: if I was Hannah, I would not be. I wouldn't want her to be monetizing or making any money off of a trip that I am paying for and providing for her children. That's just me. I don't know if that's petty or what. I don't know, but I would not be sending these videos to her so that she can make a vlogmas video out of it and then get paid from a trip that I am sponsoring for her children. I would not be okay with that. But let's go ahead and listen to what Jasmine is saying, because people have been telling her, you know, you don't never do anything for your kids. You should be on a trip with them. This is their first time taking a flight. Why aren't you there? How come you don't do things like this with them or whatever? So Jasmine felt the need to go live and explain herself. This live is titled, Let's Just Be Real for Once.
And it's crazy how people literally will make it something else. Talking about like, you shouldn't be, if you wouldn't buy those energy drinks or if you don't pay for your shots. My shots are fucking cheap as fuck compared to getting a hotel for like half of a week, almost half of a week. And then on top of the flights, and then I have another child. Like, people don't fucking use their mind. It's so crazy. And it's like they want me to be a bitter bitch and be like, oh, I should have been there. And nigga, if I'm not there, it does not matter. They have a whole, what I look like going with my baby. I'm the only baby mama going with my baby daddy, and the other ones don't go. And then they try to say, like, well, I bet his other baby mama take the kids on trip. Child, look, I said this. If you take it as bad.
Here's my thing. I don't think that anybody, or to my knowledge, I don't think that anybody was expecting for Jasmine to attend a trip with Hannah and Philip. I don't think that that's the case. But however, if your children are going to take their first flight, most mothers who give a damn would want them to be they would want to be a part of that. You know, they would want that first flight to be a trip that they planned for their children. I think the issue that people have with Jasmine is that she doesn't ever plan any real outings for her children. I'll see her do little things here and there when it's just her and Legendary, but for the most part, I don't think I've ever seen Jasmine take all five of her children out on a trip, and I think that that's the issue. Also, why are you comfortable? It's not a competition. Let me just say that. I don't think it's a competition between her and Hannah, but I just would not want my children to have all of their good moments and their special outings and things like that. I wouldn't want somebody else to be the reason why those things are happening. I think that Jasmine really just doesn't care that much. But I definitely would. I mean, I wouldn't want another woman to outdo me with my own children. That's just me.
Bashing, that's because.
Hey, Nicole Fry. Hey, Eye for an Eye. And hey, Banana Muffin.
You know it's real. I don't bash the other one. I don't even like dealing with that one. I was talking about it in the vlog too. But those kids literally live with Philip and Hannah. Like the other, like I switch off every other week with my kids, and I do that. Not That's not an order. That's literally my decision. I can keep my kids if I want to, right? But I switch off every other week because I actually want to be around my kids. And He took his other kids. The other baby mamas didn't go, but because I'm a creator, it's a problem, right? It's a problem because I'm a creator, and because I talked to Hannah, it's a problem.
It's a problem because you are trying to monetize off of a trip that you did not pay for your children. That would be the problem. Now, Hannah has no issue with it. So then there's no issue. But however, like I said, if I was Hannah, I would not want her to be making any money off of a vlog that she's using clips from a trip that I paid for.
Problem. And she decided to vlog for me. It's a problem. Like, people just do the fucking most. People do the most.
Girl, I don't know what you're looking at, but you're going to have to speed this up.
At PC Richard & Son, we don't just sell.
I have no time for dull moments. It's hard enough as it is to watch Jasmine. So yeah, we skipping through.
They want shit. They want to start shit for no fucking reason. And like the other kids that's really in my business, I'm just speaking on my kids because I know what.
Well, actually, you said you're just speaking on your kids, but you felt the need to let everybody know that the other children actually live with Philip and Hannah because of the fact that the baby mothers, for whatever reason, are unable to have them. YouTube, I think that people are saying what they're saying to Jasmine because she puts up video after video after video, and none of it is her creating like real memories with her children. Now, I will give credit when it's due. Jasmine is, she has her kids every other week. I think that it's fine that her and Philip split the time with the kids. I don't see any issue with that. However, we rarely ever see Jasmine take her children out on a big trip. We don't see Jasmine take her kids out to amusement parks. When are we going to get a vlog when Jasmine takes all of her children out to eat and not just her and Legendary? When are we going to get a vlog when she takes all of her children, I don't know, to Urban Air or what the hell is it? Sky Zone. There's plenty, local places that she could take her children. But why not? Why don't you want to get to the place where you can afford to plan a trip where you guys are getting on the airplane together? Why don't you want to be able to afford that? Why don't you try to be able to make those things happen so that nobody's saying that you should be on a trip with Hannah and Philip, but why don't you feel like you need to put yourself in a position to where as though you can take yourself and your children on a plane and go on a trip with them? Why is that not a goal?
We got going on with the situation. I'm gonna just leave the other stuff there, and that's that. But I said what I said. Like, it was a total of 3 sets of baby mama kids that was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the only one. I had the most kids that went, but I'm not the only one. Like, y'all be really trying to reach for no fucking reason. And I just don't understand why. Like, damn, just be happy that my kids fucking went. Like, I'm more happier than y'all. I feel like y'all be more bothered. Like, it's just crazy. And I couldn't even read this one comment. It was like so long. And it was just talking about like, I'm pretty sure you knew that this was coming and da 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 da. We found out about, first of all, I didn't know, they didn't even know that they were going to Florida until they played their.
Hey, the only Lady Marie. Hey, Black and Bougie. Now I'm gonna read some of your comments real fast. Our friend you said if Chris did something with Stinker, she wouldn't expose it the way she did that trip. Yeah, because first of all, Chris is not finna be on camera. He's not finna do that. He's not. And he damn sure wouldn't be sending her all the footage to post for herself. If anything, I think that Jasmine will definitely put more effort into trying to attend whatever event or whatever outing that Chris has planned for Legend. She would definitely make sure that she has the funds to pay for herself to be able to attend that. But because it's Philip and Hannah, I guess, first of all, it would be awkward for her to be there anyway. So I don't really feel like Jasmine should have been on that trip. Like I said, I just feel like Jasmine should put more effort into creating these memories and having these outings by herself with her own children. instead of letting Hannah outdo her when it comes to mothering the children and exposing them to new things. Um, Mocha Madness, you said Phil and Hannah celebrated Amaya's birthday, and Jazz once again didn't do much but get her dollar store gifts for her birthday, like she knew her her birthday was coming, and she still didn't do anything. I'm not surprised. I mean, I seen that. I seen that. Hannah goes above and beyond, okay, and she does give them some really nice parties, and she does a lot to just be a stepmother. And also, Hannah doesn't have any children of her own, so I think Hannah does a wonderful job helping Philip with his children. If I was Hannah, I would not be putting that much effort into all these kids like that and spending that much money on all these kids. But she does it so great for her. And I'm glad that she's doing it, because if Hannah wasn't doing it, Jasmine would not be going out of her way to provide these experiences for the children herself. So I'm just glad that they got Hannah, okay? Heavenly Marie, you said she always thinking about money. Like, girl, we all got a family. The F, LOL. Told her save and have more than one income, and she was clearly upset. Yeah. First of all you need is a job, consistent income, plus your YouTube income, and you can make it happen. And budget your money, put some money to the side. Shit, you get tax money every year. Why is that? Why can't you put 2,000 to the side and make something shake with that? I don't get it. How hard is it? Let's see. Black and Bougie, you said MGTV, she don't think they're worth it. Look how she parents them. They aren't worth the time or money to her. Well, that's a shame. KB, you say you're the only one that's trying to make money off of it. And that's the problem that I have. Girl, you did not fund this trip. You should not be getting a coin, okay, from posting it. That's out of line.
Their last game. And not Aiden, but Quincy. And that's when they decided, well, we'll take all the kids, like all his kids that, that go over, that's there mostly, which is Quincy, TT, and Aaliyah, and then my four. Those are the ones that are really over there the most, right? So they were like, we'll just take all the kids and make it a party. I make it a birthday thing for Amaya. What's wrong with that? Like, and they're like, oh, she should have been took her kids on a trip. Bitch, fund me the money. You got, like, I hate bitches that be running their mouth about something, and they put the money where your mouth is. You're talking too much. If you really want my kids to go so fucking bad, and you really feel like I should do this, then you can just send the money. If that's really the case, like,
why? First of all, you yourself should love your children more than anybody on the internet does. You should think that it's worth it to work hard, save the money, and provide that experience for your children yourself. Why the fuck would the people on the internet give you money to take your children somewhere? They're saving to take their children somewhere. It's a simple fact that she really just doesn't give a damn. She she really doesn't. Like, I'm confused about why she would say, y'all give me the money. Like, what?
God, like, slow your roll. It's the holidays. They're doing stuff how they want to do it for birthdays and holidays. It's expensive when it's just me. You know what I'm saying? So
it's not expensive when, I mean, it is expensive either way because you have 5 children. However, I have 4 children, and I have definitely made it happen. Me and my children took our first flight together. Child, it was my first flight and theirs, and we went together. Okay. So it's very, very possible to make it happen. And it's going to be expensive, but at the end of the day, it's worth it to do that and provide that for your children. Now, here's my thing. I don't keep up with Jasmine like that to know the ages of her children. However, I do know that what is the oldest? She's at least 12 or 13. You've had over at least 12 to 13 years to think of providing a nice experience for your children and to save the money to do it. And it's the fact that you didn't even think enough of your children to even plan something as of yet.
I don't know what people expect me to do. Like, they be wanting a bitch to be angry, child. Like, for no freaking reason. Angry. They so angry.
Dance is more than just using your body. So much of
Let's get past this ad.
For no reason. It is because I don't do much of anything. If I don't do much of anything for my kids, and no other, you can't compare. then no other baby mama do much of anything either.
The point is that the stepmother, the girlfriend, or whatever Hannah's title is to Philip, she's doing more than all of you. And that's why it's a shame. You're comparing yourself to any information about any of other Philip's other baby mamas, but if they don't have the children at all, and then all the children live with Philip, then that tells me all that I need to know. So you're trying to compare yourself to bullshit ass females who don't even want to have custody of their children. Okay, of course you seem like the better baby mama, but the problem is that a woman that has no children is over there spending all of her motherfucking money on y'all kids. What?
Like, sometimes you gotta shut the fuck up, because it don't even make sense. You try to put one baby mama like up higher than the other one for some fucking weird reason. Like, shit. I mean, like I said, this ain't about bashing baby mamas. I'm gonna keep that to myself. Like, I'm just gonna stay, because
it is about, now you made it about bashing other baby mothers because you brought them up. The people are talking about you, not the other baby mothers. What did you bring them up for?
I already don't like the other one, and like I said, but because it's really more to that situation, I'm more involved in my kids' life. I have custody of my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm involved. I'm here. I'm not no rich person. I am just one person. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what you want me to do. It's like
First of all, Jasmine, you full of shit. You don't have to be a rich person to be able to afford a trip for your children. Hannah's not the fuck rich, but she made it happen for children that don't even belong to her. That has nothing to do with anything.
You want me to live a lifestyle that obviously that you can't live, and you want to be like, oh, I want to see it, somebody else live it. Go find another creator to watch. Don't watch me then. If you feel like I'm not the one for you, I don't do enough, I'm broke, or whatever the case may be, go watch someone else that have it.
And that we will do, because you bore the fuck out of me every single time. But I did feel like it was worth a little bit of a conversation. So that's why we reacted to a little bit of Jasmine's live stream today. But I don't feel the need to continue to react on her. I just think that it's crazy that a mother of 5 doesn't want to provide her children with an experience that she paid for. Because believe it or not, she thinks that the kids don't care. But the kids are old enough whereas though they see that Hannah puts more effort into them than their own mother does. Now, how do you think that makes them feel? They may not say anything about it. Shit, they happy that they're just going somewhere. But the bottom line is that you are allowing another woman to bypass you when it comes to providing your kids with experiences, making memories, core memories that they will never forget. Okay? Their first time with anything, you should be striving for that shit to be happening with you, if you care. If you care. But she doesn't care. Okay? So now I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Matter of fact, do I even need to do that? No, I don't. We're going to just go ahead over to Olivia's channel, because she's more entertaining anyway, child. She has been keeping me thoroughly entertained with her mess as usual. So we're going to go to her channel, and then I'm going to read some of y'all's comments before we really get into her, okay? Let me just get past this ad, and then I'm going to pause the video.
Hiya.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Mary, you said, and Phil doesn't even have a job. Oh my God. So Hannah's really over there doing everything all by herself. That's actually insane. Ain't no way. It ain't no way. Ronnie Rivers, you said taking them all the time. She is pitiful. Linda, you said, why she got to throw them under the bus? Jazz ain't ish. No, she wants to throw the other baby mothers under the bus because she feels like she is doing her big one in comparison to, women who don't even want, or women that aren't even trying to have their children in their custody. Okay. So in comparison to them, Jasmine is doing her big one. But in comparison to Hannah, who doesn't even have any children, that's doing all of this, Jasmine isn't shit. Okay. So that's why she felt the need to bring those mothers up to make herself feel better. You said, is it me or is she talking with a slur? Who? Teresa, you said, I'm watching the twins, so I was in the bushes listening, but I had to drop down for this deadbeat mother. Oh my goodness. MW, you said the question still remains, Jasmine. Why don't you get a damn job? Exactly. I could have sworn, didn't she say she had a job? What happened? Does she have it no longer? What's going on? Precious Adams, you said, I can't even say nasty work. Her face is nasty work. Child, we ain't even finna get into the face. Okay. Reppin' BK, you said, and that's the point. Hannah is 33, working with no kids, raising a stay-at-home mom's kids. Exactly. Why is that? Bitch, you stay at home. Why? Why? MW said, damn, that trip made her mad. I don't think it made her mad until people started to criticize her and tell her about herself. Teresa, you said, girl, please, taking a trip is not only for rich people. That's what I'm saying. Why would she ever even think? Oh, thank you, Ronnie, for becoming a member. Welcome, Madness. You said she has full custody of her children and doesn't even take care of them. Right. Does she even really have full custody? Does she? Did her and Philip actually go to court to establish custody, or did she just start throwing the kids on him as soon as he got out of jail because she needed a fucking break? Okay. I don't think Jasmine has any custody, but if she does, please correct me. Because there is no custody unless it's fully established within the courts. Okay. So shit, if Philip wanted to, he could just take the motherfucking kids and say, you're not getting them back. And there'd be nothing she could do if she doesn't have that piece of paper. Rose, you said all Jazz wants is legend. Wow. Teresa, you said before we watch Live, let's get to 100 likes. Yes, y'all. Listen, if you have not done so already, please go ahead and hit that like button, okay? We have 206 people watching. I only have 68 likes. We definitely should be able to get to 100 likes. Teresa, you said I heard Phil got a job. Okay. You said Jasmine is just so dull and boring. She is. And so that's why we're not going to be listening to her sit over there and defend herself for too long. That's all we needed to see. Like I said, if I was Hannah, she would not be monetizing or getting any money, not even a coin off of a trip that I paid for. Girl, you could get pictures, but the video footage, no. Don't they have their own channel? Why are they not posting it? Anyway, I'm going to read this one last comment. Kingston's mother, you said, my thing is almost everything has afterpay, and I always go to airport and buy my flights super cheap. Yeah, child, if you don't put the motherfucking kids on Spirit, we don't care how you fly. The point is that you're taking your children. I don't get it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into Olivia.
Yeah, what's up? It's your girl Liv, and I'm back with another one. So yeah, today's video is going to be something a little different. I didn't think that this was the type of video that I was going to film, but due to recent events, I just want to be honest on my side. And I might cry because I don't want to cry, but it's very emotional, and admitting stuff is hard because you have to look at yourself. When you admit what's been done to you, you kind of have to always take accountability and see the role that you played. And I've kind of just been avoiding this because I've just been kind of I can sweep it under the rug and I can try to just move past it, But like I said, due to recent events, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be honest and I'm going to tell it.
Today is real quick. No, you know what? Let me just mute this and let this ad play. But real quick, today is December 9th. Olivia was supposed to have had a court hearing today. Does anybody have any idea what happened with that? If so, drop down in the chat and let me know. What happened at today's court date, if there was one?
Just be done with the whole thing. So as you guys know, certain things came out recently, and sorry if you hear something, the cats are over here playing with something. Certain things came out that Kailani's dad or Kailani's sperm donor, I don't know what you want to call him, but
Girl, call him Kalani's dad like you've been doing. Do that.
he's come to social media and he thinks that he's going to expose me or do whatever he's going to do to me, which is crazy because once again, I was nothing but kind to him. I was nothing but I opened up my home to him. I gave him an opportunity to meet his daughter.
Correction. You were nothing but kind to him up until he was not happy about the fact that you were trying to pin another baby on him that you knew for a fact already could possibly not even belong to him. You were very kind to him up until he cursed your ass out for trying to pin a baby on him. Okay?
And this is what he
That
does.
she don't try to bypass the fact that you started this.
And during the time I was dealing with him, all he did was lie to me and deceive me. And this is what I get like at the end of it all. Like, okay, so I met Joey on a dating site. I met him on a dating site. I don't remember when. I don't remember what year. If I had her in 2022, I met him in 2023. No,
You said if you had her in 2022, you met him in 2023. How? What do you mean? Fuck your head. Virtual sex? Girl, what?
2023, just the beginning of the year. Yeah, I got pregnant like in April. Anyway, I got pregnant really, really fast. And once again, that's my fault. Like, this is my fault because I dealt with him and I had no business dealing with a person like him. Like, something had to be going on with me in order for me to even let that type of person in my life. But I didn't want to keep it real and tell you guys where I really met him because it's embarrassing, but I did meet him on a dating site. We hooked up a few times.
First of all, you're talking about is really, really embarrassing. Like, we all don't know that you meet all of your men on dating apps. Olivia, you don't go out anywhere. You do not go out anywhere. And when you do go out, you have to take the children with you. So the likelihood of you meeting a man while you're out is very, very slim. I mean, some men will approach you when you have your children, but for the most part, girl, we know that you meet all of your men from dating apps. I don't understand what's embarrassing about that. The only thing that's embarrassing about it is the fact that you meet them on dating apps and then you allow them to come over to your house as the first date. And, you allow them to meet your children on the first encounter. Now, that is embarrassing.
We kicked it and I ended up getting pregnant. And I kept my baby. Yes, I kept my baby. And I'm happy I did because I love Kailani with all my heart and I would never take her back, okay? But from that moment, he has never been there for me. Like, financially, I lied to the internet and I said that he had been there. He's probably over the course of her life, he's probably sent me like $50 that I bought diapers with.
So here's my thing. It's the simple fact that Olivia felt the need to come to the internet to clear this up only because Joey is threatening to come and spill tea. That is crazy to me. My whole thing is this. Why would you give this man so much credit? I mean, y'all, she has came on here and said Joey is paying for the daycare for AJ and Kalani. Joey is paying half the rent. Joey sent money so that she could buy diapers and so that she could buy them clothes. Joey paid for this. Joey paid for that. Joey's such a wonderful man. Joey is just all the things. Child, she came on here and lied and said that Joey was the most attractive man ever. Joey was so kind. He's so mature. He's so different. He's the one that doesn't give her any problems. You came on here and gave a deadbeat credit. And that's what I don't understand or respect. It's no way that I would ever, or that I could ever understand, lying to people and making it seem like a man is doing more for his child than he actually is. Child, for real, you didn't have to say anything. You didn't have to say anything about this man. If he wasn't doing shit, first, he only sent you $50 over the course of 2 years. In 9 months, she was pregnant for 9 months. Kalani's 2 years old. Okay, child. He only sent you $50. And you were up here making it seem like he was just dropping a bag on you. Making it seem like he wanted to be with you. Making it seem like he was so, like he cared so much. He was consistent, checking up on you, doing all the things. And this man never gave a fuck and only sent you $50. I would never be able to wrap my mind around just wanting, you want the internet to believe that you can get with a man that's worth something so bad that you go ahead and give credit to a motherfucker that's doing nothing. Wow.
Other than that, he's never bought her an outfit. He's never bought her shoes. He's never bought her anything.
And also, you let this man come stay in your house for, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks, whatever the amount of time was. And this man showed up empty-handed. He didn't have a bag of clothes that he shopped for his child. He didn't go take y'all out to the mall and buy her stuff while he was there. He did nothing. He just came to stay. He didn't bring shit. Wow.
And I lied and I said he did, but in actuality, it was my family who was always helping me. It was never him. I made it seem like that because I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed about the whole thing. And once again, I allowed him to play with me. I entertained the thought of him, I think, because I just wanted what I've always wanted, a family. You know what I mean? I've always wanted to be happy. I always wanted my kids to have a dad and raise kids, you know what I mean, together. And
so here's my thing. I can respect her being honest and saying that she's always wanted to have a family. Olivia desires to have her children, but she also desires to have a man in the home that is actively helping and participating in the raising of the children. I can respect her admitting that. I completely get it, girl. I understand. Here's my thing. If that is something that you desire, then why do you keep putting yourself in these predicaments where you are meeting these men off of the internet, having sex with them immediately, and allowing them to impregnate you? If you go about it that route, what you desire to have is never going to happen. It's never going to happen. I don't get it. And after going through this situation, not once, because the first time when she got pregnant by somebody off the internet or wherever the fuck she found Zolo, okay, that was Zolo. That's the first time. You didn't learn from it that time because you were abandoned during your pregnancy then, and he never came around to see AJ. You went out and did it a second time with Kalani. Okay? You didn't learn from it then, and then you're still going and allowing these men to come over. Like now you're pregnant by a whole nother different man that more than likely you met off the internet, and it's about to be the same thing all over again. And now you're sitting here trying to make it seem like this guy is everything. Right? He's so great. You guys are going to be together. Girl, stop being delusional. It starts with you.
he played right into my delusions and like fed me all the lies in the world. And once again, I take full responsibility because I allowed it. But this is the type of person he is. And then when he came out here to see her, I just didn't like how he was with her. You know, like he would raise his voice at her. He would tell her to shut up. Like, I was like, nah. Like,
So we're girl. Now, when he came out there, he was raising his voice at the baby. He was telling her to shut up. Well, if you knew that, right, then why were you, listen, y'all, we just read the text messages yesterday. Why were you waiting for him to come back? Why was that even an option? Why did you allow him to leave any of his things when he left with hopes that he would come back? if he was yelling at her and mistreating her during the time that he was there. See, I can respect her being vulnerable and just telling it like it is, okay? Because she rarely ever does that. So I can sympathize with the fact, girl, nobody wants to raise kids by their motherfucking self. Let's just keep it debating. Nobody wants to do it. And Olivia has came on this internet and she's told us time and time again, oh, she knew when she had those kids, she was going to be doing it by herself. She was perfectly fine with it. But to be honest, no woman is really ever going to be perfectly fine or just wanting, like, the majority of women don't really want to raise their children by themselves. Okay. So her coming on here and clearing that up and saying that she really did want to have a family, that's fine. But what we're not going to do is say that he was over here mistreating your children. Because first of all, we know for a fact that the man that she's currently pregnant by, Gamer Bay, he was actually over there. Not just yelling at the kids. That motherfucker was screaming at the TV while he was playing his games, yelling at the kids. He was popping AJ, pinching Kalani. I'm going to say pinching. I don't know if he popped her or what. But either way, he was putting his hands on your kids. Right? We didn't hear that with Joey. Or at least I didn't. But the man that you're currently saying that you're pregnant by did do those things. Now you want to say that Joey did it? Girl, if you're going to be hold yourself accountable and tell the truth, just do that. Don't add no extra shit into it to try to make it seem like he's a terrible man. Now, you enjoyed your time with him. You were perfectly fine with him being there. And you wanted him to come back, which is why you allowed him to leave his things there. And you were asking him, when is he going to come back? Okay? Anyway, let me read some of y'all's comments real fast. So, Risa, you said, so why was you upset when he left? And you told us you're falling in love. Stop lying, Liv. Exactly. Girl, if you want to be vulnerable and tell the truth, then go ahead and do that. But don't add no extra shit into it because you salty about the fact that he might come out and tell your business. That's unnecessary. Now you want to say that and make it seem like he's violent or going to mistreat Kalani because he made a comment on his channel saying that he's coming for his daughter. Like, that's bullshit. Linda, you said, imagine how he talked to AJ if he talked to Kalani like that. Right. Exactly. But didn't she say that he might be the father of AJ too? The only lady, Marie, you said Liv has multiple personality disorder. I don't disbelieve that. I don't. Bobby, you said she always says she wants to do it alone, and it's obvious she's lying. Right. Nobody really wants to do it alone. Let's just be real. Nola girl, Louisiana, you said, I think she did this because Joey is about to spill everything. She did. She wanted to get ahead of the game. All right. And she wanted to come out and tell her truth before Joey comes on here and said that he met her on a dating app and that she was easy and all the things. So she wanted to come out here and get that out the way. Obviously. My problem is her coming up here saying that he was mistreating the baby. Girl, you was perfectly fine with it as long as he was staying there for you. KB, you said she said he was so great with Kalani. No, he wasn't. Right. Just lying. Brianna Smile, you said she's an evil joke. Unless this is fake, this female was saying how she just loved how great he was with the baby. Right. Rose, you said, lied, said Joey had to go back for a funeral. He went back to Carmen. Well, I do think that he did have to go back for a funeral because in the text messages, she did say that, like, I'm sorry you're going through this and whatever, and I hope you get to spend time with your family. So obviously he was going to have to link up with a group of people that he hadn't seen in a while for some sort of reason, and it had to be a funeral. I don't think she lied about that part. Denise Thomas, you said at least he used his voice. Gamer Babe put hands on them, and she was thanking God for him. Right. Well, first of all, let's be clear. Olivia said that she's perfectly fine with any man that she deals with to come over there and discipline her kids. She said they need it. They don't have to be their father. They don't have to be in a relationship with her. A man that she's just having sex with can come over there and put hands on her kids. I do not like that at all. I don't agree with it, and I don't like it at all. Mocha Madness, you said no, you were begging him to come back. He seemed to be paying more attention to her than she was. He had to do Carlani here because she looked like a boy. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to just need Liv to not add the extra lies in here, but let's continue.
You know, he's a very heavy weed smoker. He's a very heavy, I call it a drug addict because he cannot function without smoking. He smokes probably 10 to 15 blunts a day.
Well, here's the thing. If he is a drug addict, you allowed him to do drugs over there. You allowed him to smoke weed over there. He told you some shit about, I don't even know, this some sort of slang he used, go get the boogies. He also asked you to bring his pack of backwoods in the house off of the patio. So you were perfectly fine with him doing drugs over there around your children. Why bring it up now?
And that's just not what I want around my kids. It's not, and you know, seeing that as well, I was like, nah. Like, it's just, and I didn't like it. Like, if he wasn't smoking, he would get very irritable and he would be irritable with her. And I just got to see a lot when he came out here. The reason I'm doing this video is because I didn't keep it real.
She talking about she got to see a lot when he came out there. Girl, you do. First of all, I'll tell you this much. When the night that they conceived Kalani, I'm quite sure before they got it in, that man had to stop, roll one up, and smoke it. He had a few shots first, and he smoked a whole L to himself before he laid on top of you. You didn't just find this information out. You've been knew about it.
And I did say a lot of things. I did make excuses. I did fabricate stories because I was very embarrassed of the situation. Like I said, I don't take it back. I'm so grateful to have my daughter. I wouldn't take it back at all. But to see what he's done, and I have never done anything to him, I think it's very messed up. You know, when I found out about everything recently, I had every right to be angry. I said mean things, of course, but mean things were being said to me. You know what I mean? And I have every right to feel how I feel.
How can a Capital One 3?
Girl, you always feel like you have every right to feel how you feel. The fact of the matter is, none of this would be happening if Olivia did not expose his identity. I'm quite sure he wouldn't have felt the need to come to the internet if Olivia hadn't exposed pictures of him, exposed his full name, his date of birth, and his phone number. You exposed him first, and now you're terrified that he may come to the internet and expose you. You started it. You are not a victim.
So, whatever. It is what it is. I said what I said, but I just feel like I did make a lot of mistakes. I made mistakes picking all my baby daddies. All my baby daddies. Honestly, I'm going to be real with you guys. They're just not good fathers. And I fucked up time after time after time. And it sucks. It sucks.
Girl, you made a mistake picking. You claim you made a mistake picking all your baby daddies, but I'll tell you this much. Like I say all the time, despite Gerard being a cheater, he may not be good to a woman, but he does love his children. He is providing for his children. He has his children. He has fought for his children. He is not a bad father. Now, those other two men that you have a child by or children by, they are trash. And you didn't learn from them, and you're about to go through the same shit all over again with a whole nother man. The problem with Liv is she never learns.
You know, it really does suck. And I just have to, I'm reflecting now because I'm just like, I hate that I gave them all crappy dads. You know what I mean? All of them. You guys could say whatever you want about the first one. He is just as crappy as the other ones. The only difference is he has them to spite me. He does things to spite me. He pretends to be the world's best dad to spite me. But in actuality, when your daughter tells you that she can't even have a conversation with her dad, she can't even be honest and have a conversation because she's scared, she's nervous, and he won't listen to her. That is sad. And that's my fault. And it's also my fault that she's stuck there. You know, she's stuck. And I can't save her.
Girl, shut. Listen. I'm gonna need her to not be breaking down about the one who's actually doing something for his children. You want to break down because supposedly Robin is telling you that she's not able to have a conversation with her dad. She may not feel comfortable because her father is not trying to be her friend. And it is what it is. Somebody has to be the parent. They can't count on you to be a parent. You want to be the friend to the child. So Gerard is doing what most fathers do. He's probably the stricter parent, the one who's on their ass about their grades, the one who's on their ass about their behavior. He's the one that's encouraging them during sports, trying to have them be disciplined, do all the things. Those are areas that men are good with. Now, women specifically are normally great nurturers. He may not be that nurturing just because of his nature as a man. But the bottom line is he is a good father because he's there for his children. And he's teaching them things and instilling things in them that you just wouldn't be able to. See, you're not disciplined. You don't give a fuck about school. You don't care about their attendance. You would agree with them if they're being disrespectful to adults. You want to be their friend. They're not going to get any discipline with you. So they get that from their father. And I'm quite sure that they do feel comfortable having conversations with Nisha. And they also come over there and have conversations with you. Gerard is being a father. We're not going to talk down about him being an actual father. And it irritates me that she wants to break down into tears when speaking about the man that is actually involved in his children's life daily. But there were no tears when you're discussing the men that are never around. Are you serious? Like, girl, bye.
And I'm not saying I'm the best parent. I'm not saying that at all. I've made a lot of mistakes, but I know what I am, and I know that I'm my kids' safety. You know what I mean? I know that they can talk to me. I know that they can tell me anything and I'll listen. I know I scream. I know I yell a lot. I know I smack them from time to time. But overall,
Not I know I smack them from time to time. It's the shit that they just be saying that. Like, so you scream, you yell, you smack them, but you feel like you're the safe parent. Girl, hey, Cancer 66.
like I genuinely love them with all my heart.
Mind you, this is the parent that is introducing them to various men during her visits, leaving her children alone. So here's my thing. You felt like Joey was behaving inappropriately around Kalani. He was yelling at her, cursing at her, doing things like that. And you allowed him to sit in the house with all of your children, except for Christian, because he was with his father. You allowed him to sit in the house with all of your children by his lonesome so that you could go and let Gerard dig in your panties. But you're the safe parent.
Like most mothers do. You know what I mean? And then AJ, I just screwed up. I just screwed up picking these men. And it's my fault. It's something as a woman and as a mother that I will carry for the rest of my life. And it's something that I will forever be trying to make up to them, or just trying to go over and beyond physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. Like whatever I do, I just want to do it for them, you know. And that's
Okay,
why
well, so you want to go above and beyond financially. Start by paying child support. Start by not going live screaming at the camera, arguing with strangers when you have them for your visits, and putting all of your attention and effort into your children. If you really feel the need to go above and beyond because you're so sorry about all the things you've done or the fathers that you picked for them, start that way. Check yourself. Like, I'm confused. Anyway, the chat is just going. I apologize, y'all, because I haven't really been able to interact fully and read all of your comments, but I'm going to read some right now. The only lady, Marie, you said, I walked away and came back. Now she crying. What? Y'all, she started crying about Gerard, okay? Because to her, Gerard is the worst of them all. Okay, out of all the baby daddies, he's the most terrible one in her opinion. It's crazy. Just crazy. David, you said she is mad Joey will go live. Yeah, I know. The audacity of Nope, you said she'll be back screaming at them tomorrow. Exactly. Nothing's going to change. One and only D, you said, girl, you do the bare minimum. Exactly. She picks him up for her visits. What does she really do? Did she take them out often? I, I don't know. I don't know what she does with them, but it just doesn't appear that she's doing enough. Barbara Dumaine, you said her children are all traumatized behind her. Their poor childhood is horrible around her. Right. So here's my, this is another thing. She's the safe parent. Yet the children were just in her possession over the weekend, and she was on live. She was on live arguing with Joey's baby mama and screaming, "He just ate my coochie" in front of the kids. But you're the safe parent. Girl, you wasn't thinking about your kids then. Okay, they was right there. Banana Muffin, you said she's crying as if she isn't supposed to be currently pregnant by the second random in 4 months. Exactly. I just don't get it. Lexi Boo, you said, oh goodness, not her trying to play a small violin, child. Yes, she is. Not a pig crying crocodile tears. Linda, you was out of pocket. Alpha and I, you said, I think she's saying she was pregnant so she can skip whatever the judge was going to give her for sympathy points. Okay. Brianna Smile, you said no sympathy over here with the fake tears, child. I just was baffled by the fact that she decided to cry about Gerard, but she didn't cry when she said that the man's first encounter meeting Kalani, he was yelling and cursing at her. I think that's something to cry about. How the fuck was he tired of the baby already? And she's 2 years old and he just met her and he was only there for a week. Insane. MW, you said one of the main reasons she lost custody is because she didn't take those kids to school for months. What is she missing? Exactly. I'm not worried about nothing that she says about Gerard because I just gave y'all the whole rundown as to why Gerard is a good father. So I don't even need to go through all that again. Okay. Black and Bougie, you said if she's not locked up, she'll be back at it by Friday. Yes, she will be. Let's see. Mocha Madness, you said the problem is Gerard is a man raising his kids and Liv is a girl playing vindictive games to punish him and her children for embarrassing her on social media. I couldn't agree more. That is the problem. He's a man raising his children. She's talking about he's not a safe space child. He's over there disciplining them and providing them structure, something that she was not able to give the kids. So they may not feel comfortable telling him any and everything. And that's okay. That's what women are for. That's what mothers are for. They should be able to tell him things without him shutting them down. But if they only feel comfortable expressing whatever they're going through to their mother or Nisha, I don't see nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I feel like most men are the ones who want to provide structure and discipline for children, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. He's a consistent father, and there's that. Rose, you said, who can afford tons of kids with this economy? Birth control was a wonderful thing for me. Girl, listen. Holland Oates, you said, MG, what do you think of her not going live today? Do you think she got locked up? No, I don't think she got locked up. I think that Liv just wants to keep the people guessing. She knows that people are waiting to see what happened in court. I think that's all it is. I'm quite sure she did not go to court with nothing to give for child support. She ain't that dumb. And I don't think they locked her up. I don't think that. Your girl Ma, you said she doesn't take them anywhere but to her fast food. The only lady Marie, you said not crying about Gerard. Oh, Lord, exactly. It's crazy. KB, you said generational trauma, just like the story about how Stella wasn't so present in her life. Now her kids will turn out the same way. Child, it's a mess. It's going to be trauma either way. But she wants to make it seem like Gerard is the only one that is causing her children to have trauma. I'm not going to say he didn't traumatize the kids. I don't know everything that happened. However, I do know that it must be very traumatizing for them to go over to their mother's house and have to deal with all of the things that she does and have to be exposed to all of the things that she's doing and have to be exposed to all of these different men. Shit is going to be traumatizing for AJ and Kalani because at the end of the day, they know that their 3 older siblings, they go back home to their father. Where the hell is their dad? Either way, the kids are going to have some sort of trauma. Okay? Cancer 66, you said she picks up her 3 kids from Gerard just to have them babysit the younger 2 ones while she's on live. Right. Anyway, let's continue.
Recently, when I was going through this stuff with Kailani's sperm, I was like, oh my God, like I'm
Oh, here we go with these ads, child. I cannot.
And you know, even though I'm grown and I can do whatever I want, you know what I mean? This is my house. I could scream, I could yell, I could do whatever. But being the mother that I am, I looked back on it and I was like, I'm using my energy to be upset about this non-significant person who hasn't even bought my daughter a pair of shoes, a jacket for the winter. Nothing.
Well, thank you for
When he
becoming a
was
member,
here, he
David.
did nothing with her. He didn't take her for a walk. He didn't take her to the park.
Oh
He
wait,
didn't
allow
do
give
anything. He was more concerned with going out at night, getting high and going out at night than spending time with his daughter. He is horrible. He's horrible. He's horrible. He's a horrible person. But I made so many excuses for him because I wanted him to be a good dad. I wanted him to care, you know? I wanted him to be helping me with my bills. I wanted him to be helping me with Kailani. I wanted him.
Girl, you wanted him to be doing all those things, but you knew he wasn't capable of that because you knew for a fact that he was already not doing that. You knew he had another baby mama in New York, a 6-month-old baby. You said he only sent you $50 over the course of 2 years since the baby was born. Okay, so he was never going to be the one coming over there providing and paying your bills. How could you have wanted that from him? Your main goal should have just been him spending time with his child. But instead of focusing on the children, you always focus on your needs and your wants. And what you desperately want is a man to want you, to love you, to want to be there for you, to provide for you, to want to be in your household. That's what you want for yourself. But you don't never focus on your children, which is why you keep picking these bum ass niggas that have babies by. Girl, you knew he wasn't shit. You knew that. Why did you want all that from him? Girl, the fact that he came down there with nothing for his baby that he's never met is crazy to me. I just can't get over it at all. I just can't. It's too much. Hey, bottoms up.
I wanted that. You know what I mean?
And also, thank you to David Hell for providing memberships for a couple people. Child, I didn't even know you could do that. Shout out to you.
But he doesn't care. And the fact that he got on here and you guys are supporting, and it's like history repeats itself. It's you guys did it with the first guy, you guys did it with the second guy, you guys are doing it with him. You're supporting these men who are actually dirtbags. And it's really fucking sad to see in our society. And these are women. These are mostly women that are doing this. And it's like, I understand. You guys can point the finger.
I think that here's the thing. Olivia confuses people wanting the tea for support. I don't think anybody is supporting these men. People are aware of the fact that Olivia comes on the internet and does nothing but lie. So therefore, when these men fall out with Olivia and they want to come to the internet and tell their truth, people are excited to hear the tea. They want to know the real because Olivia lies so much. It's not about supporting deadbeats. Nobody wants to support these men. Shit, I don't support Zolo for being a deadbeat. I don't support Jolo. I don't support Joey for being a deadbeat. The only one that I would really have support for is Gerard because he does not appear to be a deadbeat. He ain't shit. But like I said, I give him his props because he takes care of his children. However, it's not support. It's just people wanting to be in your business because you lie so much. People are excited to hear the realty. They want to hear the other side. We hear all of your bullshit all the time. Nobody's supporting deadbeats. I don't know what she doesn't understand about it. Girl, we're watching, we're subscribing because we want to know what's going on for real, for real. But who's really supporting a deadbeat? I don't think anybody. Who's over there cash apping him? Girl.
Laugh. You guys can judge me, ridicule me. But you guys have either gone through this, maybe not 3 times like I have, maybe not. But you've gone through it once or twice, or you know another woman in your life who has gone through this. But you guys steady ridicule me. But you don't blame the men for anything. And it's really sick. It's really, really sick. And I seen it this time again around, and I'm just like, it's sick. It's sick. But I can't.
Here's the thing. Olivia is sitting here saying that it's sick that people support or people are subscribing or uh, ready to watch whatever videos Joey puts out about her, right? That's sick. But you want to know what's really sick? What's really sick is the simple fact that Olivia has lied on this internet for years, making it seem like Joey was this caring, loving, providing father. So much so that she even came on here and said that he was not only doing for Kalani, but he was also paying for AJ. AJ's daycare, buying him things, whatever the case may be. I think that that's the sickest part of it all. The sickest part of it all is that you are so desperate to make the internet believe that you have came in contact with a man that is worth something, that you gave praise and all the props to a man who has only sent you $50 over the whole entire course of your child's life. That is the sickest part of it all. You gave credit to somebody who has done absolutely nothing. She doesn't want to say that that's sick. That is sick. That is desperate. That is delusional. That is all the things. Like, why are you skipping past that? You're sick. You're just as sick. Like, what are you saying?
I can't change that. I can't. It doesn't even matter. I don't care. This YouTube shit doesn't matter. People come into my life, the weirdos like him, they come into my life, they see what I do, and they like want it. They want what I do.
So, real quick, we have 378 people in this live stream, 380 now. I only have 128 likes. Can we please at least get up to 150 or 160? If you have not already done so, please go ahead and hit that like button.
So they think going against me is the way to do it, and it's not. It's just not the way to do it. But whatever, it doesn't matter. And it's sick because I have children with these people and they still do stuff like this. But
well, first of all, you're saying that it's sick that he's doing what he's doing, but it was sick for you to come up here and just because of the simple fact that he cursed your ass out because he knew that that wasn't his baby, you felt the need to expose him. Girl, to my knowledge, nobody even knew what Joey looked like until you posted pictures of him. You showed him. Nobody knew his full name, or at least I didn't know his full name until you said it. Shit, nobody would have had his phone number if you hadn't said it on live. We wouldn't have knew his birthday if you hadn't put it out there. Girl, you put all that information out there. But he's sick for wanting to come to the internet to defend himself. Okay.
it's fine, honestly, because it says way more about them as far as like what type of low down, dirty person they are. Because I will always say this, I was nothing but kind to him. I did nothing but go out of my way when I didn't even. Oh my God, you guys.
Now, imagine going out of your way for a motherfucker that sends you $50 over the course of 2 years. Woo! And she calls everybody else desperate pick-me's. This is the thing, girl. Girl, you wanted to have a family. You wanted that man to stay down there with you. And you knew all of this information about him way beforehand. This is crazy. But you want to call other women desperate pick-me's and all the things. And look at what you're over there putting up with. My thing is, she would get a lot further and the people would like her a lot more if she was just real about her situation. Because like I said, I respected the fact that she came on here and said that she actually does want to have a family. Girl, you should have started off by saying that. Admit that you made a mistake by sleeping around and giving your children fathers who are bums, and just admit the fact that you want to have a family. You came on here and told the people that, oh, I knew I was going to be doing this by myself. I wanted it this way. Okay, let's continue. Oh shit, I didn't even unmute it.
Just so dumb. Like I said, admitting to this, I really have to like look at myself and be like, what the fuck was wrong with you? Why? Other than, I mean, I know if I didn't have kids with these people, there's no way I would have still been dealing with these people. But me trying to make these men be fathers, I did this.
You said if you didn't have kids with them, there's no way you would still be trying to deal with them. Girl, you go from one bum to the next. You're not learning. You be so desperate for dick, you go on a dating app, pick up any bummy nigga that wants to stop by, because they're not even attractive, child. You could tell from the pictures that the motherfucking chains is fake. You did not think that they had money or anything. I don't know how, and listen, it just baffles me. I don't think that Joey is an unattractive man. He's just an older man. An older, more scruffier looking man that's wearing fake chains. Girl, you are not, you don't, what is the standard? What is the standard? And then what does the new guy look like? What the fuck does Gamer Bay look like? His voice alone is a turn off. You just going picking up any and everybody because you are desperate for some sort of male attention or an affection. You keep going through this over and over again. When are you gonna like, when is it gonna click? You wouldn't even be in a situation where they're the father of your children if you took the time to thoroughly vet them. But you were too quick to lay on your back for them. And they get you pregnant right away and you're stuck with the bullshit. It's crazy. You can't take 3 months. You can't hold the coochie close to you for 3 months. So you can learn a little bit about them first before you lay on your back for them. I just don't understand what's so hard about it. What is it? And not only, okay, you lay on your back for them. Cool. If you want to be a hoe, be a hoe. But why you ain't using protection? You don't know what they've been in. You don't know whose dirty, possibly infected cat they was just sitting in. That thing was marinating in it. Child, for all you know, it could have been marinating in somebody's ass. But you just ready to take it. I'm just saying. I just can't.
Same thing with Angelo. Like, and these people don't care. They don't care about my kids, and that's fine. That's fine because it is what it is, you know? It is what it is. But to see society and where we are and how we big up men and we don't hold them accountable for anything and we blame the women for everything, which, like I said, that is just the way it is.
Girl, I can't take it. She's talking about how we big up men. Listen, child, I'm all for holding men accountable. Because one thing I can't stand is a dusty deadbeat. I can't stand that shit. But we also need to hold ourselves accountable too. That's what we also need to do. And you need to hold yourself accountable. We're not going to bypass the fact that you put yourself in this predicament. Girl, no. If we're going to be holding people accountable, you are the first one to be held accountable because you should have taken your time to get to know these men, but you did not. Okay, you laid on your back, you laid low, you spread wide, and you let them pump babies in your ass. And then you want to complain about what type of man they is later on. No. No. Nope, we're not doing it.
I'm strong enough to take accountability. I'm strong enough to carry all of this on my back like I've been doing. But I just don't want to lie about it anymore. Like, it is what it is. Like, I met 2 men after my husband that were complete bums and deadbeats, and they don't care about the kids they have.
Okay, you don't want to lie about it. So, girl, be for real about what's going on with Gamer Bay then. Because I'm quite sure he's not too much different from Zolo and Joey. If you want to be honest and transparent, be honest about your current situation with Gamer Bay. Right now, you're trying to make us believe that he is this wonderful man. He's going to be there for you and the baby. Now, all of a sudden, you guys are a family. That's what she said in her short. We're focusing on our family. Girl, you're not a family. He's not claiming fucking AJ Kalani and Ryan and Robin and Christian as his stepkids. It's not given that. So start there. Start there.
And like, you know what Joey said to me when he was here? He was like, I don't have to be financially straight because I know all the mothers got it. You know, all the mothers got it. Like, there was just so many things he said, and I should have been.
Yes. So, okay. He said, I don't have to be financially straight because all of the mothers got it, right? And when he said that, you already know, you already were aware of the fact that he hasn't sent you anything but $50 since your child has been born, okay? You allowed him to come down and stay at your place, okay? He was eating your food, driving your car, doing all the things. You knew that. You knew that when he was in New York, he was allowing the woman that he's with over there to pay all of the bills there. Okay. And you knew that he was just babysitting the children. Yet you still, with knowing all of this information, and even with him saying that he doesn't have to be financially stable because the mothers of his children got it, you still were looking forward to him coming back to being at your house. You were waiting for him to come back. That's the problem. Why did you want him to come back? If he said all this, did all this, was mistreating the baby and everything, why didn't you tell him to make sure he took all his shit with him? Because I damn sure would have. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Anyway, let me see what y'all saying. Whew, my mouth is getting dry. Banana Muffin, you say he ain't even sent her nothing while she was pregnant. Child, it's a mess. The audacity of Nope, you said, and I don't think it's Gamer Bay's baby. There was also Drew, aka Shroom Man. Child, we don't know whose baby it is, but either way, I'm quite sure he's nothing different from the other two. Okay. Holland Oates, you said, OMG, she wears those fupas and wrapped all up in the heat. That box is on hum, child. Banana Muffin, you say he wasn't even at the birth. Exactly. It's too much. Not Cry Me a River. Your girl Ma, you said, mind you, she paid for his flight. LMAO. She even said out her mouth. Now, y'all, based off of the text messages, I don't think she paid for his flight. She definitely booked it, but she did tell him that she needed some more money to go towards it. So I don't think that she paid for his flight. Okay. Banana Muffin, you said this is the consequence of going raw with randoms, right? But my whole thing is, she has experience with this now. So what are you going to do differently so that you don't wind up in this position again? I mean, you're currently supposedly in this position right now. But I guess this is different because now she wants us to believe that this guy, he's something special. Mind you, she wanted to pin the baby on the nigga that's not shit, that only gave her $50. So clearly, Gamer Bay or whoever the father is not great. Because why would you have even thought about or wanted to try to pin the baby on a bum nigga like Joey? Why? Why? Lexi Boo, you said, and she said she would give him her check. Child, you lying. You got to be lying. She said that. Brianna Small, you said she picked what you are, which is bum to her too. Sleeping around, bringing them all around your babies, not knowing if they're there truly for you or lurking for those kids, just desperate. Exactly. Why is that cool? Like, why do you even feel safe doing that? What if they're crazy? What if they come in and kill you and the fucking kids? Child, I'm confused. SK Lee, you said Gamer Bay better watch his back since it didn't pan out with her pinning this alleged pregnancy on Joey 2 Chainz. Right now, it's a process of elimination at this point, child. Yes, it is. But not Joey 2 Chainz. Joey 2 Chainz is crazy. Mocha Madness, you said, isn't that how she feels about Gerard? She's not going to pay child support because she knows he got it. Now, you got a point there. You got a point there. Diane Nazario, you said she even said she would work and give Joey her paycheck. This is too much. Where did she say this? Where did she say that? Baba J, you said she wanted a house husband. Oh my God. Lana, you said, and she said she don't have to pay child support because Gerard don't need it. Same thing. Yeah, she's down. Now look, they do say you are who you attract. They say that. Now, y'all definitely have a point with that. Marley Jean, you said it's not hard to protect yourself from these situations. It's definitely not. Just don't fucking do it. First of all, I would be terrified inviting these randoms to my house with me just by myself being there. Now, when you bring the kids into it, that's a whole nother different level of paranoia and stress. Like, I don't even understand how she's doing it. Trina Still Diva, you said, didn't she say she wasn't going to pay Gerard because he got it, child? Yes, she said that. Banana Buffy, you said her standards are low as fuck, though, because even Stella didn't even drive her to and from the hospital when she gave birth. Liv standards are low AF. Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. You didn't even have a friend to sit by the bed while you were having your baby. Oh, my goodness. That's really sad. Kings's mother, you said MGTV, sidebar, I went and got some Starburst Skittles candy canes today. Child, yes, they was everything. My candy canes are gone because I ate all of them during that last live stream. I tore them things up. I got to get me some more. S.C. Johnson, you said, well, she tried to get Zolo before him, but he wouldn't leave Donna. Right. The crazy part about it is she learns this information about these men after she has children with them. And she still tries to have some sort of a relationship with them afterwards. After knowing that they don't give a fuck about her or the kids. The fact that she even entertained any sort of sexual conversation with Zolo or Joey, and neither one of them were there for the births, is crazy. It's just insane. Oh, Helen Oates, you said, wait, she said that Gerard stuck his hand down there. How he get past all that fupa and girdles in the way? Child, I don't know. Maybe she didn't wear them, but she said that he stuck his hand in her panties and licked his fingers. That's what she said. Word for word. Bottoms up, you said, and she was most definitely 3 days before all this mess was calling him Zaddy and begging him back. Child, it's too much. Too much. Embarrassing. Anyway, let's continue.
Like, what the fudge? Like, it's just so gross. It's just so gross. But as you can see, I'm not the only problem here. And I'm not trying to take the responsibility off of me because I have my own shit in my own household that I have to fix and I will forever be fixing. But like, there's women that will continue to be with those types of men, and it's just disgusting how this society is and how we coddle.
Did she just say that there's women that will continue to be with these types of men? Girl, you wanted to be with them. You're not any better.
Men but I have to go to court in the morning with this first one. And I already told you guys this in live streams, but I don't think you guys really understand the severity of how broken and twisted this man is. This man was blowing up my phone last weekend, trying to come into my house. He called me over 100 times last weekend. And it's like, for what? Still, first of all, he took my Thanksgiving.
Girl, if he did do it, you know why he did it. He was trying to see if he could still get some of that easy cat. Even though you might go to jail next week. That's why he did it.
Holiday away from me, and then he thinks that he can come over to my house without my kids. What is wrong with these people?
Someone order a call.
Girl, please. Now, we don't know whether or not Gerard was there or not, but you left your kids in the house with a stranger so he can go dig in your drawers. I'm confused. Now, it's insane for him to be at your door knocking without the kids. You left your motherfucking kids to go and be in his face at 11 o'clock at night. So you have no room to talk.
I know in the past that I have had boundaries. I know in the past that I haven't stuck up for myself the way that I should. I didn't stand on shit like I should have. I know that because I let people walk all over me. I let people do me in the dirtiest way and come back into my life. And I'm never doing that again. I'm never doing that again.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
But anyway, ladies, I just wanted to be real about it. You know, I just wanted to open up and just be real so I can move past this. You know what I mean? I can finally move past it and heal from this, heal with my baby, understand that this man will not be in my daughter. He will never see Kailani again, and not for the simple fact of anything petty. It's just he's literally a horrible human being. Horrible.
Now
And
he can't see Kailani because he don't want to be the daddy to this baby. Now he can't see Kailani. Olivia is probably stressed and scared by the fact that Joey commented underneath one of his shorts, responding to a comment that said, get your daughter or something like that. He said that he was coming for his daughter. So now Olivia is saying that he wasn't, I don't think that he's actually even coming for the baby. I think he's just saying that. I don't think he cares enough to come for the baby. He just met her. But for you to say that he can't see her now. So he could see her as long as you were under the impression that he was going to be with you. Isn't that something? Olivia has no problem with these men as long as they are entertaining her and making it seem like they want to be with her. If they're talking to her sexually and calling her beautiful baby mama and entertaining her delusions of being together, then they have full access to her, her kids, her money, everything. They could drive the car. They could do whatever the fuck they want. But the second that they don't want anything to do with her, now you can't be a part of your kid's life. She did the same shit with Gerard. It's a mess.
me making excuses and being like that person that I've always been. Well, I'll never keep a father away. No, I will. If you are out to create more damage than good, I will. And like I said, what he's doing now,
it's not about them creating more damage. If the men don't want to be with Liv, she does not want them to be there for the child. She feels like her and the kids are a package deal. So if you're not trying to be with me, then you are not going to have any access to the kids. That's what this is giving. That's what this is giving. And that's not okay either. If you weren't even with the men when you created the babies, why do they have to be with you now in order to have a relationship with their children? That's disgusting. I don't get it.
First of all, you don't help. You don't send me a penny. And then you have the nerve to come on here and try to trash me for your personal gain when you already don't help with her. And they've all done it. And it's sick. And that's why none of these men will ever be allowed in my presence.
Yes, listen, y'all. We have 437 people currently in a live stream. I think at this point, I could definitely get up to 200 likes. Okay? So because you all are still here, you are clearly enjoying the live stream, and it would be greatly appreciated if you all would go ahead and hit that like button for me, okay?
Unless we're in a courtroom to speak to me, to speak to their children. The first three are stuck. They have to deal with that until they don't have to deal with that again. And when they come back to me, they can make their own choice on what they want to do with that situation. But these other two will never see or speak to their children again.
Listen, y'all, the other two will never see or speak to their children again unless they come back around and make it seem like they want her to. Okay? That's all that this is about. That's all. So I'm going to read a couple comments. Ex-lady, you said she is mad she fumbled her bag with Gerard, and he has family support. She has none. He may have been a bad husband, but he has shown up for his children, and Liv hates that and his marriage. I agree. Jamaican, you said, I bet if Gerard wanted to be with her, she would give him his flowers, and he would be the best father ever. Child, when they were over there having that affair, she definitely was over there saying that Gerard is actually a good father. Okay? It wasn't until he took his wife out on a trip that all the shit blew up and she felt the need to come out and spill all the tea. Then he was back to being a bad father. Okay. When Zola was entertaining her saying that he was going to leave Donna when she dies, he was a great father to AJ because he answered the phone and FaceTimed him. Right. But then look what happened. They fell out. He no longer speaks to AJ. Now he's a terrible father. Joey, all this time, as long as he's entertaining her and her madness and saying that he's going to be with her and calling her beautiful baby mama and saying all the I love yous and all that dumb shit, He's a wonderful father too. She even lied and made it seem like he was providing things that he actually wasn't. But because he didn't want to have that baby with her, all right, and because he told her ass off, he's a terrible person. Oh my gosh, but I do agree. She fumbled with Gerard, okay, and I don't think she's ever going to find another one of those. All right. I mean, I think the bare minimum is a man being there for his children. I just I can't. Mocha Madness, you said all she's doing is proving she knew he was with someone, and that's why she allowed him to not take care of Kralani for her entire life. That's because she knows he had a woman, and she had to play her part. I agree. I agree. Um, Little Italy Love, you said she deserves every bit of it. Get her, Joey. Child, we all waiting, okay? I just want to hear what he has to say. But I am not in support of a man who is not providing or showing up for his child. Understand that. Flavors of Wisdom, you said she doesn't want to pay Gerard, but she wants Joey to pay her. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Reppin' BK, you said, and you don't send Gerard a penny either. Right. Everyday Life, you said they could all screw her in one night if they wanted to. Olivia is full of Sunny D piss and lies. Not Sunny D piss. But I don't disagree that they could all, I think it's possible that they could all screw her in one night too, child. I don't. At this rate, anything's possible. Anything. Anything. One and only D, you said you ain't getting them kids back, girly. Child, she's keeping hope alive, okay? Bottoms Up, you said MGTV, did you know that she went and put an apartment in his name without even asking him? Who? Gerard? Who did she do that to? It had to be Gerard. Because I know Zolo and Joey don't have good credit. Okay? Ex-lady, you said, come on now. This explains her need for boric acid. She out here raw dog in multiple states. Exactly. Look at the men. Look at the men. It just stresses me out because I know, like I said, I don't think that Joey is an unattractive man. He's an older man. He looks a little smoked out. He looks burnt out. He looks like an older thug that hangs out at bars. That's what he looks like. That's what he gives to me. I just don't even understand why, or what even made Olivia have unprotected sex with him or any sex at all. Now, he looks like after he eats the box, he's going to leave your shit smelling like cigarettes and stank spit. Okay, I just can't. No, I can't. I don't like it. How could you can't even kiss him in the mouth. And you know what? They probably didn't even kiss in the mouth. It was a one night stand. And it was too fast. Men probably don't even tongue her down. It's too much. It's too much to think about. I just don't even know how she did it. I don't know how she did it with Zolo. What are you doing? What are you doing? Then she said his feet stinks. So he came over there, funky toes and all, took his shoes off. You smelt the aroma. Balls probably smell like fucking feet too. Breath stinking, smelling like cigarettes and weed. Wearing a fake chain. And that got you wet? Oh no. Nope. Not at all.
Opened the door after everything that's been done to me. Kept the door open. Spoke nicely about them. Backed them up. Made fairy tale fiction stories to make it seem like they're good people. And they still don't give a shit. So this is the beginning of my healing that I can work on with my children.
Build a website.
It's too much. It's too much for me, y'all. I can't. I can't. Just thinking about it. Just thinking about it. I can't stand weed breath. I can't stand it. I can't. I don't know what she's doing. I just can't. I can't. I'm going to go back to reading y'all's comments, y'all. Mocha Madness, you said she got busted on that lie about the apartment wasn't in his name when the people busted her lies and she admitted it. Oh, wow. One and only D, you said how embarrassing. Very much so embarrassing. It's the fact that she said he was Cuban, child, for me. I can't. That is a regular light-skinned black man. Why did you try to make it seem like you had a foreign baby dad? I don't understand it. What was the point? I can't. Bottoms up, you said, trust me, she was all over him. That's how she is. We've seen her in action. Trust me, all over him, stinking. You said his feet stink? I can't. I'm just done. He didn't even wash his fucking feet and change his socks when he knew he had a pee appointment with you. I know. Like I said, imagine how the balls smelled. Oh Lord, no. Mm-mm. That nigga was out smelling like he played ball all day. Like, was playing ball and at the bars and came and laid on top of her and she was fine with it. Mm-mm. Teresa, you said the way she hyped up Joey is crazy. I really thought she had a good looking baby dad. She would hate me to show her mind. Child, yeah, it's too much. The fact that she bragged like that, don't ever do that again. Don't do that. Because that alone in itself is embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Trina Still Diva, you said Zolo did want to work, but Liv wanted him with her. Oh, So she's fine paying for everything then. Black and Bush, you said, how can you sleep with someone who got funky feet? Like how? Yeah, I don't know. Bottoms up. You said MGTV, you and them change. Yeah, I can't do the fake change. Sir, if you can't afford it, just be regular. Nothing wrong with being regular. Okay? Don't fake it till you make it with me. I don't like it. Okay? Just be regular. I love a regular, clean cut dude that's up on his hygiene, clean fingernails, cologne popping, white teeth. That's what I like. But you cannot be stinking. You cannot. No. Nope. Everyday life. Oh my goodness. You said, meanwhile, she wears the same panties. Child, the same panties, and everybody is skeeting on the same fucking sheets that her and her babies lay on. Craziness. Crazy. Just, it's too much. Sam Williams, she said the same thing about Gerard feet fungus. Okay, well, and then that's another thing I don't understand. What's the point to talk about these men, their appearances, saying that they have receding headlines, big bellies, funky feet, after you done already laid with them? Why do that then? Why didn't you judge them before you had sex with them? See, I'm going to be honest. When I meet a guy, the first thing I look at is his shoes. Okay? I look at his shoes. I look at his clothes. Because no matter what, you got it. Your shoes can't be balled the fuck up. You can't. Not creased and balled up. You can't do that. Okay? I look at his shoes. I look at his clothing. It don't all got to be name brand, everything. I'm not worried about that. Okay? But as long as he looks clean, I look at his fingernails. I look at his hairline. Okay. Nothing wrong with him being bald, but I just want to, I look at that. I'm looking to see how he smells. Those are the first things. Then I look at his teeth. Yeah. Because what we can't have is overlapping yellow, placky. No, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. But Olivia looked at him. Fake chains and all. Receding hairline and all. Motherfucker in his 40s trying to look like a YN and all. You looked at all that. And you said, this is the one. Take the condom off. It's crazy. Oh, wait. Let me unmute it, y'all.
Of the thing, just facing the truth head on so we can navigate through this. And just teaching my daughters to truly love themselves and never sell themselves short because of a heartbreak or just anything like this cat. just never selling yourself short, you know? Like, you deserve the world. They deserve the world, you know? They really do. And not having a father in their life or having a shitty father in their life will not define them. It will not define who they pick. Hey,
Hold on, Baba. You said the car he drives, make sure he has a home child. That's now. I said when I look at him, that's what I look for. Now, as we talk, I'm definitely listening to make sure. Where do you work? That's one of the first things that I ask. What do you do for work? Because I need to know. Do you stay by yourself? You know, those are the first things. Do you have children? Okay, how many baby mamas? You know, what do you do in your spare time? What do you do for fun? Do you have any like, I'm confused. Olivia don't even ask the questions. I don't know what, they just tell her that she's beautiful. That's all she needs. She sends the addy, they come over.
Queen. Hey, stop, mama. It will not define who they meet, you know, and if they do end up with shitty men, I'll be there. You know, if they do end up with men who want to take them to court and take their children away from them, I'll be there. Like,
hold on. Rose, you said to me Gerard isn't attractive. No, I mean, he's not the cutest thing, but here's my thing. I like a medium ugly. That's just me. I like a medium ugly man. Medium ugly. I don't want him to be too pretty. I don't really want him to be too pretty. I don't want him to be, you know, with the cuts in his eyebrows, earrings on. I don't want him to be too pretty, but I don't want him to be, you know, batshit ugly either. I want him to be clean, manly. I like a nice, strong back ninja. Okay. I want a hard-working looking ninja. That's what I'm looking for. I like a medium ugly man. I do. I love it. And I love a dark medium ugly man. Yes, I do. I'm not really, I don't know what it is, but that's what does it for me. Okay. Oh, the taller the better, the thicker the better. Now, I don't want him to be fat, but I want him to be, you know, strong, big shoulders. I want him to look like he could take care of me, child. That's what I like. That does it for me. But anyway, let's continue. I'm sitting over here fantasizing and thinking, yeah, that's what does it for me, y'all.
I'll always be there. Okay, now she found noisy stuff, so she's not gonna stop. Will I cut my eye or something? But
Whoo. Rose, you said, what the hell? Medium attractive? Yes, medium attractive. That's what I like. A little rough, but not too rough.
I think that we all make mistakes, ladies. We all, or not all of us. Some of us are perfect. Kudos to y'all. Most of us, I would say 97% of us, 98% of us make mistakes. You know, whether we do it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, who knows? You know what I mean? But the first step is like admitting it. Hold on. Okay, Queen. Thank you.
Not the cat getting on her nerves.
She's over here messing with stuff. I feel like the first step is admitting it to ourselves and to others if you want to, and just, you know, changing it, you know, like doing better, moving forward, and just always trying to teach our kids better, and being honest with our kids, being open with our kids, always being there for our kids, because unfortunately none of us are perfect.
You're absolutely right. None of us are perfect. I completely agree with that statement. Shit, I'm not perfect. The majority of the people, listen, I'm quite sure nobody in the chat believes that they're perfect. People are not perfect. However, those are like bare minimum things that I just don't understand. Not bringing randoms around your kids is like a bare minimum thing as a mother. You know, your first job is to protect your offspring. That's what you should be doing, protecting your children. And then also with your children, listen, you can lead, you can have had made mistakes. Everybody has made mistakes. Everybody has played the fool for some type of man. Because let's just be real. Everybody has been somebody's fool before. All right? Nobody's perfect. However, do your best not to be making those mistakes in front of your children. Your children should not know everything. They should not be hearing arguments. And you should want to do better, not even just for your children, but also for you. Because at the end of the day, I do believe that all children should be able to see their parents being loved properly, mother or father. So it's your job to make sure that you don't bring any type of man around your children. Be an example for your daughters. Be a woman that your son can respect. Ask yourself, would you want your son to be dealing with a woman like you? And would you want your daughters to come in contact with the type of men that you bring around them? Because, you know, all that comes with experience. Now, Olivia has messed up enough. When are you going to try to do better? When are you? Because right now you're already bringing another man around that probably more than likely does not deserve to be there. Child, he was just hitting your motherfucking kids. You said Joey was yelling and screaming and cursing. He was hitting your kids and screaming and cursing. So I don't know why Olivia thinks that everybody that criticizes her believes that they're perfect. It's not even about being perfect. It's about protecting your children and at least trying to protect yourself. Shit. When are you going to get it? You have made more than enough mistakes. You have collected enough data to know that you are moving ass backwards.
None of us are perfect. You know, I saw some people online today talking about me, judging me, and this person's life is a hot mess. You know what I mean? And I had a choice right then and there. I could get online and I could bash them for all their mistakes, or I could just let it go, because at the end of the day, everybody makes their mistakes. Who are we to judge the next person? Honestly. And a lot of people don't even want to see their mistakes. They just want to let it ride, you know, because it's life. But I'm happy that I can open up. I'm happy that I have a platform to connect with other women who go through similar things. Or maybe you don't and you just watch me for shits and giggles, or to learn, or to whatever. Like, I have a platform where I can openly just be myself, even if it's embarrassing, even if I'm ashamed of it, even if it's hard to admit. I can still open up and just be me, regardless of the ridicule, because I know that the love is 10 times more, you know. But yeah, ladies, don't be like me. Be better than me. Be better than me. And just always know that you deserve the best. You don't have to settle for anything. You don't have to settle for.
Girl, now just breaking down, you deserve the best. Girl, be the change you wish to see. If you wanna attract a man who has morals and standards, and a man who carries himself with respect and dignity and all the things, fix that within yourself. Fix yourself. And stop. This is, again, I say it all the time, decenter men. It's the simple fact for me that Olivia is constantly thinking about men. What type of men, the men that she's been with and all the things they did, the type of man that she's going to have, the type of men that she's dealing with. Her whole life is about men. Men. Child, no. Come on. What are you showing your kids? What are you showing them? Shit, you're putting men above your children and their safety and everything. Like, focus on being a great mother. Focus on being a mom that your children can brag about. Focus on being somebody that you feel proud of so that you don't have to lie about your life. Focus on, like, how hard is it to focus on that? Like I said, Olivia has collected enough data to know that she has been doing everything the fuck wrong. It's not, I don't understand. Fix it. Child, fix it. Oh, this is, and it's crazy to me that she only came up here and admitted this because she is fearful that Joey is going to come up here and tell certain things.
With anything, it doesn't matter what other women. Hey, stop, queen. It doesn't matter what anybody around you settles for. It doesn't matter what society tries to teach us to settle for. You deserve the world, baby. Okay. Oh, she found the paper again. Queen, get from over.
And she keeps saying you deserve the world. No. Let's just be real. If you are carrying yourself in a way where you're not even being a good mother, you're not protecting your children. Okay, you're bringing random men around your children. If you are being a hoe, okay, you're having you're I don't know, boo loving on the phone with men. You're trying to manipulate them, making all the men think that you want them. All right, having sex with different men all around the same time, lying to all of them, trying to make them feel like they're the only one. You don't deserve more than that, because that's what you are. That's what you're actively doing. If you are doing everything you can to not work a job so that you don't have to pay child support, you are a bum. And you're going to attract a bum who doesn't feel like he needs to pay child support or provide for his children. If you are being a hoe and you out here moving recklessly, having unprotected sex with multiple different men and lying and scheming and doing all the things, you don't deserve a faithful man with morals and respect for himself, because that's not even who you are. You can't even offer him what you want from him. So she kills me with saying you deserve this and you deserve that. No, you only deserve it when you are actively trying your best to be a better person yourself. You don't deserve it just because you're fucking here on the earth. You don't.
There, girl. No, I threw a clip at the wall. She's trying to get the clip. After this video, I will never speak on this topic again. Like I said to you guys, the man has no access to my daughter ever again. He killed that. And that's just that on that. I have stuff going on with that, but I'm not going to get into that. That's private. Oh, and look who it is. But I love y'all. Come on. Oh, my baby. I love y'all. And don't bring it up in my chat. Don't bring it up on my channel.
Girl, they're going to bring it up in your chat. They're going to bring it up on your channel. And as soon as Joey goes live, because apparently he put up a video or a short saying that he's having some technical difficulties. He doesn't really know how to work YouTube. Child, somebody tell him to just do the shit on StreamYard. You can go live immediately if you're doing it from StreamYard. Somebody go tell him that so we could just get all this shit on out the way. Okay? People are going to keep coming in your chat. They're going to keep talking about it. And as soon as he goes live and says whatever he says, you're going to come on here and you're going to talk about it and address it again. Because that's just what you do. So
I just wanted to be real because I owe it to myself and I owe it to my daughter and I owe it to my supporters who actually love us. Oh my God, the cats. And yeah, I love y'all. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys on the next one.
She's a trip. She is a trip. I love y'all. Be blessed. Girl, please. Let me see what y'all saying. I'm going to scroll up because that is the end of the video. So it's not much more to be reacting on. Unless you guys have any suggestions. Okay? Anywhere. Let me know if y'all got anywhere else y'all want me to go. Since we on here. Okay? Lynn, you said everyone tell Gamer Boy to run. Not Gamer Boy. It's Gamer Bay. Banana Muffin, you said, I wonder what happened with her in prison bag. They was just supposed to be friends. Girl, he's probably still in the background somewhere. She just put him on ice because she got that other man there. That's what she does. Little Italy Love, you said, claims all men want her, but sure looks like um, none of this far stick around. I agree. It just be her coming on here making it seem like she gets all this play from men, because she's the most attractive woman on earth, and they all just want to be with her. Just lying. Just lying. Because the truth of the matter is, it really doesn't matter how attractive you are. If you don't carry yourself with respect, these men are not, nobody's trying to wife you. Because a man's biggest fear is wifing a hoe. Men don't want to be played. And if you present yourself as a hoe who's willing to have sex with a man from the internet on the first night, the likelihood of them fighting to wife you is very, very slim. They're not trying to. They're not trying to. Let's see. Arlene Lewis, you said Liv, Jazz, and Chrissy and Keisha are always trying to convince their supporters that the man who's in their life is the greatest of all. Well, they need to stop doing that. Because nobody even asked you shit. Why you got to come on here and lie? Why? What's the point? Cinnamon DD, you said she can't stop him from seeing his baby. I mean, she can. Technically, let's be real. They don't have a custody order. Paternity hasn't been established. I mean, if she really wanted to stop him from seeing the baby, she definitely could do that because they don't have anything going on through the courts. Paternity has not been established. As long as she doesn't give him the child for a visit, he can't keep the baby and say he's keeping it. She has the baby. He can't just come over there and take it. So she can keep the baby from him. The only way that he's going to be able to actually be a part of the child's life is if he does what Gerard did and fights for his child. But he does not appear to be the type of man who gives a fuck enough to do any of that, okay? SK Lee, you said, I'm an empath through and through, but with this soft-spoken Easter speech for the umpteenth time, I feel absolutely nothing. I agree. And as you all know, I am definitely an empath too, and I empathize when there's a time for me to be empathetic, okay? And so, like I said, I was able to empathize and understand her when she said that she wants a family. Like, I get it. I get it, because who doesn't? Everybody wants to have somebody that they can rely on. So I get it. But, the rest of the stuff was bullshit. Bullshit. Her talking about Joey yelling and screaming at the baby. Girl, you was waiting for him to come back. Once she said that, I was done. And also, once she started crying about Gerard being this horrible father, I was done. Because here you go with the lies and the bullshit and the delusions. Girl, no. Ms. Yellowhawk, you said he hasn't done anything worth not seeing his daughter. I don't think that he has. I don't think that he has, because I don't believe what Olivia said. However, like I said, Olivia is the type of woman where because he's not trying to be with her, because he doesn't want to stay with her, she does not want to allow him to be a part of the baby's life. See, she believes that her and her children are a package deal, okay? Essie Johnson, you said, how did that small thing get her pregnant? Child, all it takes, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to answer that. Mocha Madness, you said, look at that child's hair, uncombed and unkept. Yeah, I don't understand it. See, I don't understand. Because one thing that I always take pride in is doing my daughter's hair. Okay. They stayed with ballies, barrettes, bows, all the things. Okay. Let's see. Cinnamon D, you said, I don't see anything that Joey can tell. Liv spill all the tea. I don't see it either, but we all still would listen anyway. He's still going to get the views anyway, because the people just want to see what he's going to say. I mean, what else is it to say? Really, he wasn't around. Like she said, he could speak on whether or not she stinks. Because that's something that multiple men have said. He could speak on, how she parented her children while he was over there. Any other various details he may have was able to talk to her about or get to know over the course of the years that they were just being on the phone. And his little bit of experience over there with her in person. Everybody's still going to be tuned regardless. Marley Jean, you said she had the audacity to say it was so good And she was sore after they reconciled. Ew, with who? Who? Oh yeah, she did say that about Gamer Bag. She did. But she already came on here and said it was little. Either way, they get on. This is my thing. They get on here and they say that they don't have to tell us anything, but they choose to tell us those intimate details. We don't need to know whether or not your cat is sore. That's not our business. We don't even need to know that y'all had sex. We already know, based off of what type of woman you are, that more than likely, if that man is over there, you are doing something with him. We already know that. Black and Bougie, you said this child had a comb through her hair once in 2 years. That's a shame. Lynn, you said, what is Sky doing? Oh, so we do have an update on Sky. The last video that I did on her, we were trying to figure out whether or not Sky was homeless because she had those kids over there on the floor looking a mess in her mother's house with no blankets, no pillows, no nothing. Okay, but she did put up a short, so we can definitely go over there if you all are up to it. Baba G, you said she do all the kids wrong. I agree. Holland Oates, you said, do you have a recording of Gamer Bay's voice? Child, no, I do not. I don't. See, I don't even remember what live it was that I did where we got to hear his voice. Maybe it was the one with him slapping the kids. I don't know. But I don't even have the timestamps or anything, y'all. Bobby, you said she spends hours in makeup and in her hair, but those kids, they looking unkept. I agree. Brandy, you said no, she's not in jail. I figured she wouldn't be. Gia Virgo, you said it's levels. So many most valuable traits in a woman is unseen, and class comes across in many ways. Right. Kingston's mother, you say he didn't sign the birth certificate. No, he didn't. And so that's one of the things right there. If a man has signed the birth certificate, that establishes paternity. Therefore, that grants him rights to have custodial time with the children. He didn't sign the baby's birth certificate because he wasn't there. So, like I said, she can keep the baby from him if she wants to. Rose, you said, I'm not interested in what Joey has to say, but I think it may be the same stuff Zolo said. I will not pay. I let my reactors get the credit. Child, yeah, and I'm not finna pay $60. I heard it cost $60 to ask 3 questions. I'm not finna pay that either. It'll come out eventually. Let me scroll down. Essie Johnson, you said, if I was a man, I would not let her put no baby on me unless I had a DNA test. You know what? And a lot of women get offended when men ask for DNA tests. But I feel like this. We've seen it time and time again where men are taking care of children that do not belong to them. I think that I don't see anything wrong with a man asking for a DNA test or getting one done. And as a woman, you shouldn't have an issue with it either if you know for a fact that you have nothing to hide. If anything, it's helping that man feel more secure with you and your relationship and make him feel like he can trust you and your word. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Nancy, you said, which means Olivia has to create massive drama before this new baby is born so the dad isn't there, so he has no rights. Yeah. Yeah, I could see her doing that too. All right. So let's see. I'm going to read 2 more. You said, Holland Oates, you said she was out on the porch talking about other men while Joey was in the house. She sure was. Ms. Yellowhawk, you said, why didn't Liv get a sonogram photo at her ultrasound appointment? I always got at least one at every ultrasound appointment. Now, that's a good question. Why didn't she show us the little bean? Why didn't she show us that? See, I believe she's pregnant, but I obviously, we all know that she would lie about pregnancy. So that's not too far-fetched. Anyway, you guys, do you want to go over and see Sky's latest short? Apparently, she has some shit going on in the house as to why she's not staying there. If you all want to, we can definitely go over there. Or if you have any other suggestions, I could definitely hop on any other videos too. Y'all just let me know. I'll give y'all a second. See what y'all say in the chat. Y'all want to go to Skies or no? Do you want to go to another video? What's going on? Okay, yes, Sky. All right, let me pull that up. Just bear with me. She ain't got no videos up. That's the thing. I hate going to look at people's shorts. What is happening? Wine glass is going. That man got her over there working to death. Let me see. Did she put up? The last video was the one with the kids on the floor. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and see this short. Let me share my screen. All right, here we go.
If you don't own your own home, y'all, it's time to own. I'm renting, y'all. Something's going on with electricity, and my landlord is taking their time to come fix it. Say, look at this, y'all. Like, dishwasher not working. It comes on, but it's not gonna do nothing. My stove, smoke came from my stove. And so we just unplugged the stove. But yeah, y'all, my house looks a mess because I'm just like, it's literally freezing.
First of all, your house looks a mess because it's always a mess. Okay, that's just what that is. However, I would definitely be concerned about the lights flickering like that. Definitely. That's very strange. I have never ever seen anything like that.
In here. So once I get this electricity,
look at the blinds. What the fuck?
Stuff situated, I gotta clean my house. But I get.
She wants the people to come out and fix this issue, but just let me scroll back so y'all look at the blinds. What are you letting those kids do in the house? Now, just because the lights are flickering, shit, at least they coming on. Why did the house get to this degree? Now, this just goes to show that this is how the house looks frequently. But the blinds, it's shit all over the place. The water's still working. Knock the dishes out while you're there. Just because the lights is flickering don't mean now you're about to attract roaches. You got shit all over the goddamn place. And you just run to your mom's house because the lights is flickering. While you not staying there, use this as an opportunity to clean your motherfucking house. Because when those people come out to fix whatever the issue is, they're going to be looking at all this. And your ass might get kicked out. I don't get it.
It's literally freezing in here. So once I get all...
Well, put your damn coat on.
I'll get this electricity stuff situated. I got to clean my house. But we just been grabbing stuff.
No. Now, forgive me, y'all, for stopping it so much. But listen, she's talking about once everything gets situated, we can clean the house. I would be terrified to even let those people come out in the house with it looking like that. What are you doing? Like, it's cold. Put a fucking coat on or a hoodie and get to busting the suds. What's going on?
Stuff and leave it and going to my mom's house because we sleep here at night. But it's like...
So wait a minute. If you sleep here at night, then why did you feel the need to show us your kids sleeping on the mattresses with no sheets, sleeping on the floor with no pillow or blanket? Why did you show us that as if you weren't able to stay in a home? So you still have the kids sleeping in this home. So then there's no excuse for you to not be cleaning. It's daytime. You could turn the motherfucking lights off and still be able to see. If you don't wash them goddamn dishes and clean off that table and get that floor together, what are you...
And this is what it's doing. And I can't... Now, I have gas heat, but I cannot turn the heat on. I'm going to show you. This is for the heat in the air. It's not. It's connected to this, which is connected to the wall, which is connected to the wire. So it's not doing nothing. And I believe that has went out. Just like...
Yeah, exactly, y'all. You said, ain't it colder at night? Exactly. So what's the point? So, which is all the more reason why she should, if she's going over there during the day to get clothes or whatever the fuck she's doing. Well, first of all, not even to get clothes, because she said they sleep there at night. It's no reason for the house to be looking like this. She's trying to act like she just left it a mess because they be going to her mom's house. No, it's a mess because it's just always like that.
Most of the bulbs have went out. My daughter's room, her light is out. Plus, we put a lamp in there. After that went out. My other girl's room, their light went out. My boys' room in the front, their light went out. My bathroom light is out, and the girls' bathroom light is out. We got one light working in the boys' room. My washing room light is doing this. If you guys do not own your home, y'all, it's time for us to start owning houses now. It's time for us to start owning, because I can't.
Well, here's my thing. And here's the thing. And now I definitely think that being a homeowner is a great accomplishment for sure. However, one of the perks about being a renter is the simple fact that you have a landlord, and the landlord is responsible for making repairs throughout the household. Right? That's one of the perks. So why the fuck is the landlord not fixing anything? Also, when you're a homeowner, this would be on you to figure the fuck out. It's on you to figure this out. And I don't think that Sky is on top of things to keep a house in order. Look at how the rental looks. If she owned the house, it'd really be tore the fuck down. This is her keeping the house together.
So my goal, I'm
pushing
pushing this content out. We are going to own a house. My goal is to buy us a house. Go ahead, DJ. My goal is to buy us a house. I'm done. I'm done playing. I can't do this. I cannot do this. I'm done renting. I can't. Y'all, we've been 3 days without heat. It is free.
Well, first of all, in order to own a home, you at least have to have 2 years of a consistent income to show. Have you been employed for 2 years straight? The only job I could think of that you was employed at for a longer period of time is the one that paid $10 an hour. Now, is that enough income? What type of house you finna own? Sky, get your life together. And didn't y'all say that she quit the job that she currently had, or that she had that was supposed to be better? It's her showing this house like this for me, trying to make it seem like, oh, it's like this because the lights are flickering. Bitch, no. You can see it's daytime. You ain't working today. Wash those dishes. Get that together. And get some blinds or do something with that. It's bad enough the damn floor was coming up in the dining room. Now the blinds is torn down. You see the kids been writing on the goddamn wall. You got food all over the goddamn table. Dishes in the sink. Probably crumbs everywhere. Okay.
Freezing. I don't even know if y'all can see it. Let me see. Oh, you can't see it down here. But when I got out of bed this morning, I like, and I could see it. It's over. Can't do this. So I don't care if y'all like what I'm posting, don't like what I'm posting. I'm posting everything. So I'll see y'all in the next video.
Well, I look forward to seeing the next video where she posts her cleaning the motherfucking house because it's a mess. I look forward to it. Somebody, let's look at our comments. Somebody said that's a fire hazard. Somebody else said, don't you give him not one payment until it's fixed. Home ownership is achievable. Keep speaking what you want until you see what you spoke. Somebody else said, best decision of my life. I rented a house for 4 years. I have been a homeowner for 14 years and planning on paying my house off in the next 5. Okay, girl. Good for you. Somebody said, can you call the Department of Health on a landlord for not fixing anything? Let's see what Sky said. Sky said, I'm scared to do that because I don't want them to kick me out because I called on them. Girl, if they not fixing it, then you're going to need to put the pressure on them. What you scared for? Are you up on your rent? Have you been paying your rent? I'm confused. I would be terrified to call them and tell them what's going on, and then they come into the house and see that we're tearing it the fuck apart, because that's going to make them get rid of you. For sure. Somebody said, have you contacted the light company? She said, yes. I went without heat for 7 days in October. She said, see, that's crazy. Shouldn't have to go through this. Somebody else said, actually, that's the point of renting. Renting is supposed to take the burden of home repairs. It sucks your landlord is doing this to you. That's what you call a true emergency that he's supposed to fix right away. So sorry you're going through this, especially at the holidays. Praying for you. Right there. This is too much. She said, I'd rather own and pay for it than go through this. Child, if that's the case, then how about this? If you got the money, how about you pay to get whatever fixed that needs to be fixed, and then you give the landlord the bill, and they take it out the rent for the following month. If it's really that deep. Okay? Anyway, that's what's going on with Sky, y'all. Let me see what y'all said. Diane Nazario, you said Sky just allowed another home to get tore up. Disgusting. Yeah, I don't understand it. The Pretty Stoner, you said it's too many people there to be nasty. That's what I'm saying. All them big ass kids and ain't nobody cleaning. Nobody. Not Banana Muff. You said why is oil on the floor, child? I'm wondering the same thing. Rose, you said my kitchen never looks like that. Well, thank God. It's the blondes for me. I can't stand no raggedy ass blondes. Okay, Banana Muffin, you said if you could sleep there at night, then you could clean. Exactly. Elsie Johnson, you said why show all that? Has nothing to do with the electricity showing a messy kitchen. Right. It's too much. What state she's in? I have no idea. I forgot. Vera, you said blah blah blah, same storyline. She's crying for money to move. Ain't no and nobody's sending it. Okay, she better stay right where she's at, because more than likely she has some sort of rental assistance program that she's at with this house. I don't think that Sky or that man over there is paying the full rent. Okay, because that's a nice size house. Pretty Stony, you said she a little special. I can't watch her. Your girl Ma, you said, like, how's that credit looking? Exactly. How's the credit looking, and what is your job history? Have you been working a job consistently for the past 2 years? Because I believe that's one of the requirements. Okay. And depending on what type of house, what your income is looking like, that depends on how much you be able to get to purchase a home. So if you're making $10 an hour, still maybe this isn't the time. Stay creative. You said another professional victim. Exactly. Rose, you said good luck owning the house. Taxes, maintenance on you. Lauren, been doing this for years, never ends. Child, yes. Lynn, you said she can't keep a house. I agree. Rose, you said own a house, got some things needing done, waiting till after the holidays. Yeah, it gets like that. You said I had to get a new AC and heater, $9,000. God damn. Woo. Yeah, see, no. LC Johnson, you said there's no way a homeowner is going to sit there and not fix that and let their pipes freeze. If it's that cold where she could see her own breath, the pipes would freeze. Right. You said, I bet that's an old farmhouse. It does appear to be an aged home. However, it's a nice home. Nice, definitely nice enough for her, Sky, and her children. I actually like the house. I like the size of the house for her and her kids. It's just that Sky doesn't keep up with anything. She doesn't keep up with anything at all. It's too much. Anyway, let me go ahead and stop sharing my screen. But yeah, y'all, I really enjoyed doing tonight's live with y'all. And I hope that you all enjoyed yourselves too. All right. So at this point, this concludes my reaction on Sky, Liv, and Jasmine. All right. Before we get off of here, I'm going to ask all of you to please go ahead and hit that like button if you have not already done so. Okay. Comment your thoughts down below, and also hit the subscribe button too. All right. And until next time, I will talk to you all later. Okay. I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful night and a wonderful rest of your week. Okay. Good night and bye-bye.